got some boxes flying around like so. I got a new webcam, another webcam. This is the MX Brio, and we'll see that right here. If I click on this, bam. Let me move this up to here. There we go. So yeah, just doing some reorganizing. Not too bad. I'm doing a little experiment. Let me make sure my mic is up loud enough. Just a small experiment of using webcams instead of DSLR cameras, because for some reason my other camera, my 90D camera, is not working for some reason. I'm not sure why. And I mean, I'll get it figured out, but this camera right here, this is the Canon 90D. I usually have a dummy battery in here, but let me plug in a different battery just to see what happens. Let's see. We're going to push that in. And what do you know? It now works. So maybe the dummy battery was the culprit. It's just not working. But I'm not sorry, there's no card in here. But yeah, this actually is a really nice camera. It works good. But I think maybe for a certain kind of content, I can use a really nice camera. I think for live streams, the webcam stuff looks just as good. Looks fine. And I can just kind of keep it always set up on top of my monitor right here. So that's good that that's working. And then I have another webcam sitting right here, kind of next to the desk, and I can go over this way. And this one needs a little bit of work as far as like the way it looks. Let me get some tones going. And I will turn the monitor up just a little bit so I can hear it. Alright, so as you can see, this is a Wilkinson trim system on here. And it's in a nice classic black with white pickups. These are the Fishman Fluence pickups. And it does have a Palfaro fretboard on it. So it's not quite rosewood, but not quite, you know, maple. It's just kind of in between. It's just a species of rosewood or some other wood, whatever. I'm currently on the Toemaster Pro playing a Fender Twin model. I could kick on some overdrive. Something like that. I probably need to go ahead and tune. But let me know in the chat if you have actually tried a Reverend guitar before in the past. I'm going to tell you a few reasons why I like them a lot. All right. Let's see, we got a little, what does this thing even do? It's supposed to go side to side. I'm messing with my webcam settings here. I can definitely zoom in, I think. Whoa. Okay. That's interesting. Zoom back out a little bit. Okay. Kind of go like that. How about that? Alright, I'm going to move the mic a little closer to my mouth here. Let me turn this up. Alright, so let's do a little story time. It was probably, what year was it? It was probably around 2005. Probably 2005. I was at Nashville Use Music here in Nashville. I'm currently in Murfreesboro, but you know, like up in Nashville. And I go in. This store had changed layouts like multiple times over the years. So at the time, it was just a very big open floor plan with lots of rows and aisles of guitars, amps, drums, keyboards, just all the stuff, right? Anyway, I'm going down the guitar row, or one of the guitar rows, and I see a Reverend Flat Rock, which I'll actually go to the Reverend website here. We can take a look. ReverendGuitars.com. Yeah, we can take a look. See what's going on with all that. Okay. And once again, I see the Flat Rock. And at the time, it had a very unique trim system that the person who came up with it, or who patented it, had passed away. So I think Reverend is no longer able to use that trim system anymore. But honestly, the Wilkinson trims that come on these Reverends are really, really good. Very smooth, very clean feeling. Anyway, it had, I felt like it just had a neck and a bridge pickup. I don't actually remember what it had. I need to text my friend who I actually sold it to, and I have threatened that if he ever sold this Flat Rock that I sold him, that he needs to call me first, because I will quickly, like the day of, I'll just find the money and just buy it back. It's just a cool guitar. So, yeah, so I'm pretty sure I just had two pickups and a trim system, a nice Fenderish kind of neck, and it just had a vibe to it that, you know, most guitars don't have. When you look at a Reverend, I mean, not specifically this one, because this is very Strat-like, very Strat. It's very Stratty. But first of all, what's cool about Reverend Guitars, let's start with the headstock. It just has a nice design to it. and it looks good. It also comes stock with locking tuners. Okay, so what locking tuners does for you is gives you the ability to pull the string through the hole just once. You don't have to wrap it around unless you just want to. And then tighten down the back, which some of these are a little loose. Let's tighten these down here. So tighten down the back, and now you can just start tuning like normal, and the string doesn't slip. It doesn't, lose its hold. It just stays right where it is, and it's great. I'm going to click on guitars here, and let's just do some perusing around. Now we do have a new blackout edition, which is stinking cool. Yeah, I'll look through some of these here. Just click on all. All right, so we got the headstock and very nice locking tuners. It does have a interesting string tree design. So with one string tree, you get the E, but you also get the G and the B, respectively. All with one string tree. So you got a little shorty over here and a long one here that gets all three strings without having to have multiple string trees, which is just amazing. So that's definitely an upgrade that you get when you don't buy a Fender. When you buy a Reverend, you get these upgrades automatically. You get the locking tuners, and you get the string tree dealio. All right. These do not come with stainless steel frets, which I'm very much a proponent of. If I get this guitar down to where it's like really needing a fret job, then I can easily just, I'll just take it to a luthier and get stainless steel frets put on this guitar. Because I really like everything about this guitar, except for the non-stainless steel frets, which is really not a big deal, and I can live with it until the day I need to actually get either a fret dress or just a fret job in general, and at that point I'll just put stainless steel frets on it. Okay, this does have 22 frets and kind of like yellowish dots, which is neat. It is a nice roasted maple neck, and this is a flat sawn neck. I can tell because of the way the grain is. Kiesel Guitars, for instance, has quarter sawn necks, and it just really helps with the stability of the neck. But flat sawn, I mean, it is what it is. So, all right, see what else. This, like I said, this particular guitar is a S-style body shape because it's the Gil Paris signature model. But the greatest thing about this guitar specifically is the Wilkinson trim. So Wilkinson makes really good trim systems, just hardware in general. They also have pickups that they designed and whatever else. So the pickups on this model is the Fishman Fluence pickups. So what that means is you get the stratier tones, stratty tones. Okay, you got all 5 positions. And then you can pull out the tone knob right here, just pull it up, and now you got a hotter voice. Which is cool. You can still roll off the tone. Same for the neck. And the trim system itself is just super smooth. I love hitting like a chord and just giving it a little wiggle. And there's no resistance on this at all. It just feels great. I just changed keys. All right. So that's pretty much all for this one. You got the Fishman Influence pickups, the Wilkinson trim, the lock and tuners, and the one thing I will say about Reverend Guitars is they may not hold their value as much in the on the marketplace because everybody wants a Fender. You know, you see a Fender on the headstock, you're like, oh, I'm going to pay good money for that. But for Reverends, you know, you might buy it for $1,000 and you could turn around and sell it for, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 possibly. So you're going to lose some money if you buy it brand new. I think Reverends nowadays are like $1,200 in range, which is still, I mean, it's a good starting price, but trying to resell, I mean, you're not going to sell them more than $700 or $800 at that price range. So just expect to lose a little bit, you know, a few $100 off of it if you do end up selling it. But I've had this on the marketplace for like literally a year, and no one's wanting to buy it. So at that point, I think I'm just going to keep it because I do love this guitar. It's a great guitar. And then eventually just put some money into stainless steel frets and be done. Okay, let me grab another Reverend here. And I should have a be right back kind of scene, but I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, so you can kind of tell that these have similar body shapes. They have the long horn right here, you know, on both sides, and the short horn over here. This is the, what is this? This is the Air Sonic. Sorry, this is the Air Sonic because it has little holes in it. I can see right through the guitar, man. It's crazy. That also means it has thin wings and a kind of a thicker middle section of the body. This is a bolt-on neck, so it's not a neck through by any means. But it is what it is. It has the same Wilkinson trim. These have Nuevo 90 pickups, so they're P90 pickups, but they're humbucking, so you don't get the noise, which is great. And I'll talk about this one a little bit more here in a second. This guitar is the name literally just left my brain. I feel like it's the something. It is something. So real fast, here's a current flat rock. Is it not going to work? Oh geez. Something's not going on here. Okay, I'm gonna have to work on that scene. The current flat rock is really cool. It probably has the mini humbucker thing going on. It's got a Bigsby on it. I like that. It's cool. You can also get it in orange. I will share this link in the chat so you can check that out. So this is the upgraded flat rock from what I had back in the day. Yeah, so just click on that link and go check out what I'm looking at here, because I messed something up. What is this guitar? This guitar is... I'm getting there. The name has left me. Okay, it's a Jetstream. It's a Jetstream something. I can't believe I can't think of the actual name. It's a 6-gun HPP. That's what this is. So it's got a... I should have thought of that. So it's a humbucker in the bridge, and then 2 P90s, where usually you would have a... usually you would have 2 single coils right here. So you get a little fatter sound with the Reverends. And honestly, I've been investing in the Kiesels so much here lately, but I still love these guitars. And my only drawback is it doesn't have stainless steel frets, but you know, for a few $100, you could get stainless steel on these guitars super, pretty easy. So I'm going to put up all the knobs here, put on the bridge pickup. Let's go here. And once again, these Wilkinson trims are just super smooth. Love it. So you got the same headstock design. You got the same locking tuners. You got the same string tree, the 2+1 string tree thing going on. You got the yellow dots. This is actual rosewood fingerboard or fretboard. You got the nice perloid pick guard, and you have a volume, a tone, and a bass contour. So that's one really cool feature about Reverends, is even though this is a humbucker and 2 P90s, I can roll the bass contour all the way down and now get a thinner sound. So if I want to turn this guitar into more of a single coil voiced guitar, then I can. Roll it back up. You can hear the bass end, the low end come back in, which also produces more gain. Turn on my overdrive. Yeah, very cool guitar. Andrew Collins says there is a Fuzzbender pedal by Behringer. Let me go check that out real fast. Fuzzbender Behringer. Yep. And it is 75 smackaroonies. Behringer's been killing it here lately. Especially in the pro audio development. Yeah, they're basically replacing all the Boss pedals. They got a graphic EQ, Octavia. Wow. Octaver pedal for 25 bucks. And the list goes on and on. Spring reverb, reverb module. They also have the Klon Centaur pedal for $75. The Fuzz Bender for $75. Vintage Tube Monster Overdrive. That looks cool. Vacuum Tube Overdrive. It's a very similar format to the old Memory Man type stuff. I don't know why my... That's not what I want. That's not what I want either. Ah, now it's showing up. Let's do this one though. Let's do that. Okay. Alright, so the Behringer Tube Monster Overdrive pedal. Bada bing. You also have the 69 Vibe. So you got a chorus and a vibrato. You got the effect on and off. You got the speed, the volume. Instead of chorus and vibrato, I would want to have two different speeds, like a slow and a fast. And then an on and off. But maybe there's something on the back that I don't know about. Surely you can change the speed. $5 bundle. Chorus vibrato. Oh, you're talking about the patch cable. Doppler-esque phase shifty textures of the late 60s. Yeah. Well, I mean, you could just reach over with your foot and change the speed if you wanted to. Can I play Sweet Child of Mine? I probably could. Probably let's do it in the key of A. Ha! Ha! She's got eyes like the bluest skies, yeah. Let me go over here. Let's turn on some overdrive or some delay. One more thing I want to see is the Behringer Pro Audio. Wow, I totally spelled that wrong. Behringer. There's a Pro Mixer. The X-Wing or the Wing. Training course. Wow. Yeah, they have it's the Mic Pre. So they now have Neve clones essentially. So you can click on this, you got the Neve clone thing. So dual mic inputs, all the stuff you would want. Mic Pre, EQ, high pass filter. I mean, that is very tempting for not what I do. I seriously have a Yamaha TF5 in front of me, and this has 32 inputs, and it sounds good. I mean, I don't really know what else I would want. Especially because I don't really use that many mics. So you could get a stereo limiter compressor along with this and have like a nice channel strip. So you got your mic pre, your EQ, your compression, and that's cool. And that's $1,300. So that's already half the price of what I paid for the Yamaha. So you're adding in more cost, thinking you're going to squeeze out a little bit more tone and sound and whatever else, right? It is what it is. There's also Behringer tube. There's also this thing. So this is the Behringer 676, which is based on Universal Audio. So it's got this 610 mic pre, and it has a 1176 compressor. And this is one channel. But it does have line inputs on the back. Yeah, so it's got two. It's got a mic and a line. Then a line and a mic output. So you could use it as like a you know, I could record everything into the box with the TF5 and then go out line, then go line out into the preamp, back through the compressor. Actually, the compressor side has its own line input and line output. So that's really cool. So I could just use the compressor if I wanted, but then that adds extra work on the back end, because when you start incorporating hardware into your mixing setup, you now have to export everything in real time because it has to process through the hardware in real time, and I don't have time for that. So but I do like the thought of having a tube preamp and limiting, you know, like on like the classic UA for literally like an eighth of the cost, probably, because those things are expensive. I mean, one of these is easily almost $4,000, so you can get one now for $619 through Behringer. Is it the same? I don't know, but it definitely would be worth trying out. I would hope that Zounds could get some in stock, because I have a working relationship with Zounds, so I can get gear in to review, then send it back. So let me check out Zounds.com. I don't think they have any Behringer stuff. No, they don't. Let's check out the Toemaster Pro. They currently don't have any B stocks, but when they do, that's a good deal, and you should definitely jump on it if you want a Toemaster Pro, which is what I'm playing through right now. All right, anyway, let's go back to here. Let's switch guitars. So this is the 6-gun HPP. Really cool body style. Really cool color. They come in different colors, but that was nice. And I had the matching guitar strap for a little extra flavor flav. All right, so this one has more of a Fender style input jack on the top, which is neat. I guess because the wing is so thin, they had to put it somewhere. You do have a volume and a tone right here on the body, and then up here on the horn, this is where you have the bass contour knob. Okay. The switch is down here, which is interesting. I don't know if it's possible to do this, but I would love to have the switch up here and the bass contour down here. Because sometimes when I'm on my leg, like it wants to hit the switch and it switches up on me. Which is, I know this is a weird issue, but I really see no reason why I couldn't do that. I need to put this toggle switch up here and then put the bass contour down here. That's what I'm going to do. So that way I have the bass contour, the volume, the tone, and then, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to figure that out. Oh, let's see. Just came to say anything is better than Fender, but Reverend is a nice choice indeed. Well, I mean, not that Fender is bad, but I think for the money you pay, I mean, this is just a very cool design. And, you know, once again, you got the classic Reverend headstock. You have the lock and tuners. You got the 2+1 string tree right there, which is nice. This is a really, I mean, it's not crazy, but it's just a nice piece of maple for the fretboard. I mean, this is a rock and roll machine. This is what you take out on the road when you don't care about your baby getting all hurt. You know, this is like you go into battle with these things and you just play rock and roll, you know. I'm going to tune this thing real fast. Which it sounds like I need to do a little setup on this guitar. It's not bad. But maybe the low string is a little low. Possibly. Let me check. I don't got tons of relief there. That's fine. If you're a little heavy-handed, you might want a little extra height on the action of the strings. So when you dig into those low strings, they don't just rattle all over the place. But this one right here, this is a Nuevo 90 pickup. Let's go on the website here. I need something to drink. Let's go on the website. Let's go to store. Alright, do I want accessories? No, I don't want accessories. Bass pickup Watt Thump Bucker. It's cool. So we have all the Reverend pickups here. Guitar pickup Greasy T, which actually comes in the actual 6-string or 6-gun model, which I do have, but it's not currently working right now. Guitar pickup Humbucker, which was what is in the 6-gun over here, the HPP. You got the Pete Anderson Telebucker, the Retro Blast, which is nice. The Sal Nico. Well, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a Nuevo 90. Which I'm not seeing. There's the triple tree. So you can technically order these, I guess, and put them on your own guitar if you want to. You got a Very Claw. Which is why these Wilkinson trams are so smooth. They just feel really good. I was thinking they had the Nuevo 90 pickups in here, but I'm not seeing it. Okay. Well, I know it's on this one. See, there's the Nuevo 90. Actually, yeah, it's the same thing. So pickups is the Heavy 90 bridge and Nuevo. Oh, so Heavy 90 bridge and Nuevo 90 neck. I was trying to find more information about those. They got a few different colors. There's the black one that I have, which is classy. Very classy. Rosewood or roasted maple 12-inch radius. Dual action headstock access. Nice. I do like the purple. The purple with the rosewood on it. That is nice. I do like that. Okay, pickups. Let's go with the pickups. This is what I was trying to find earlier. So he said it was the heavy. Heavy 90 bridge. So this is Railhammer's highest output and biggest sounding hum cutter. Blessed with P90 tone, but with more beef. Great for rock and heavy blues players who want drive and sustain similar to a humbucker, but still need the percussive attack and string clarity of a P90. So that's cool. That is cool. Hyper vintage. The chisel neck, chisel bridge. Yeah, anyway, check out reverendguitars.com. These things are just nice. What is the anvil bridge? I don't know what's going on. Oh, I guess just the pickup itself, anvil bridge. See, that's a really neat blackout option. We got some cool all black all the time. Yeah, I'm definitely doing that. I am switching the input jack or the switcher, three-way switcher, from here to up here. I'm moving the bass contour down here, and that's going to be really neat. And then if we go back to the clean. What I like about the bass contour, like this P90 or Nuevo 90 and Heavy 90, whatever, if you thin them out, they can kind of get into that Telecaster territory. So it's really like having multiple guitars in one. Let me go back to my other screen here. What's up, Mark, in the mix? Hope everything's going well for you. I've looked at Reverend Guitars for years, but never really had the opportunity to really check one out. I actually think the basses look a bit more attractive than the guitars. The basses are really cool. But once again, you just have a really interesting bass or body shape to these things. And like I said, they all come stock with the lock and tuners and all the stuff. So I definitely have not changed the strings on these in... I can't even tell you the last time I changed the strings on this one. So they could feel a little bit better than they do right now, but I mean, just overall. Let me go get my headphones, because I can't really hear what's going on that great. Alright, I'm back. Better than ever. Gonna turn down this monitor. Let's add this delay to a foot switch. Confirm. Go back, turn on a little overdrive. Yeah. Something tells me I probably should have just stuck with Reverend. Instead of buying all these Kiesel guitars, which I'm not sad about. I mean, I have a nice Kiesel collection, but I mean, for what I paid for these Reverends, I mean, these are great deals. And like I said, if I ever get to the point where I do need to replace the frets, I'll just put stainless steel frets on this neck and have a guitar I can literally play the rest of my life without having to do any more fret work, any other kind of weirdness going on. Just rock them out, you know. Now, I mean, would I like to see a little darker roasted maple on this guitar? I mean, yeah, sure. I would like that. But that's just it's a great sound there. There's a little octaver going on the TMP. And that's literally just a Fender twin model amp. With some overdrive and some delay, and that stinking sounds great. Oh, what's up, all your blessings? All your bass are belong to us. Okay. I've got the Billy Corgan signature. Had it for like a year and change, and I cannot put it down. It is so good. I am sure it is. I can do pretty much anything you want. That contour knob is no joke. The Billy Corgan, I feel like getting it tuned to like up to like G or something. You can't even get it tuned in G, I think. Something's going on there with the tuning. But that would be a really cool option. We got the artists, Billy Corgan. The Z1, I think, is the one that is tuned. Weird. Let me check it out here. A third signature collaboration between Billy and Joe is inspired by the heavier songs in Smashing Pumpkins. An alder body creates a thick tone, while deep cutaways provide easy access to the higher frets. Sure does. Pickups have a fat mid-range and a smooth top end with custom art. Okay. Still, no, that one's still 25.5. So that one's still a normal looking one. But you also got a blue and you also have a black. So there's that option. Let's see, one of these I know has a shorter scale. You don't repeat yourself. A fresh design with classic and modern elements that come together in a unique way. The raised center section with thinner wings. So it's very similar to the Air Sonic here. under the pickguard, add resonance and reduce weight with a string-through body bridge, provides maximum sustain and percussive attack. Milled P90 snap with humbucker chunk and no hum. That's good. And finally, the body is topped with a segmented aluminum. Okay. That was also 25.5. All right, so those are both the same. So it's got to be this one. It's got to be the Terts. And that one looks smaller. Okay, so after years of capoing at the 3rd fret, Billy Corgan suggested that we make an electric Terts, a 19th century instrument tuned to a minor 3rd, G, C, F, A sharp, or B flat, D, G, which is essentially a G minor tuning, pretty much. The result was the Reverend Billy Corgan signature Terts, a punchy, shimmering guitar that is rich in overtones, perfect for adding color, accepts accents or diving rhythm parts. That is that spice up a tune. Reverend is the first company to create an electric version as a production model. The 21 and a half short scale neck allows this guitar to be tuned high while keeping the tension regular. The body, the same as the standard Billy Corgan signature model, has been loaded with a single rail hammer Billy Corgan pickup, which already has a nice mid-range, smooth top end, a unique and inspiring tool for stage and studio that will add fresh tonal texture to any composition. So just keep in mind that when you play like an open E chord, it's going to sound in G, essentially. Yeah, so you got E, you'd have you have G, then you'd have a D, you'd have a G, then you'd have a B, then you'd have an open D, then you'd have an open G. So that would make your E chord. Or just take all the notes of a guitar and tune them up a flat 3rd. Or a minor 3rd. Yep. Very cool. I mean, it looks neat. It looks really neat. 12-inch radius. Still $1,300. I mean, I see what they are on. Zounds does now carry Reverend Guitars, or at least a few models. Let me see what they have going on here. The Club King is really cool. The Pete Anderson, the Jetstream 390. Oh my gosh. Look at that one. That one is Mulberry Mist. And it is beautiful. Or we got White Gold Sparkle. That's cool. Mark in the mix. Here's your basses that you were talking about earlier. Really neat bass. It's a 4-string. Not bad for $1,000. You got the double agent for $1,000. You got the buckshot, which is essentially like a telly style type thing. So you got your 3-way switch, volume and tone, and your bass contour. I would like to get one of those. I know this one can kind of get the telly tones, but something that comes with that mini humbucker in the neck and the classic telly in the bridge, that thing is just sick. And especially if you put a shoot, what's that trim system? A B something. I can't think. Wow. I can't even think. Alright, so here's the Billy Corgan. $1,500. We got Midnight Black, and we also have Silver Freeze. So yeah. Decision P bass. It's pretty nice. I like that. I like that a lot. That is really cool. Charger 290, and then they got one more page here. Let's see what they got. The Triad 4. So 3 pickups, little 3-way switch, kind of like a telly. See, these are instruments that you get when you want to stick out on stage. I do have the RAFM. I have this one. That one has a nice top on it, though. Look at that. Coffee burst. This is basically like my Les Paul replacement. These things rock. They just rock so hard. I need to get the fret replaced on mine. And once again, there's the flat rock. Why can I not think of a Bigsby? It's a Bigsby. I don't know what I was thinking. A B50 Bigsby. Yeah. I'm just doing some shopping here, folks. I'm looking around. The Bob Balch. This is very similar to the other guitar, but it has some more curves on it, which is kind of neat. I wouldn't mind this one having that nice flame maple top on it, though. Yeah, just a few more curves than the other model. That was still nice, though. Then we got the Air Sonic, and we have 12 strings, stuff like that. So yeah, I think the what was I looking at? I think the give me a buckshot with that Bigsby, and I'd be rocking that thing all day. All day. That'd be stinking cool right there. I'm gonna message Ken Haas from Reverend and be like, hey, how about a buckshot with the Bigsby on it? And I mean, for $1,000, shoo-wee, that's really good. That is really good. But I like the 3-tone sunburst. And you can pay for this over 12 months for $83.25 a month. Zounds have very straightforward pricing, easy payment plans, no interest ever, and you're instantly approved. Like, there's no credit checks, there's no nothing. So if you see anything on Zounds.com, and you don't have the full money right now, I mean, just pay $83 for a year, and you're good to go. You could pay $124 for 8 months, $166 for 6 months, or $249 for 4 months. So yeah, if you already know you got money coming in from gigs, other side hustles, whatever you got, but you want to get the guitar now, then just choose your payment plan, add it to your cart. Make sure you use my affiliate link down below in the description of all my videos, so that way I get a little kickback from that. By introducing you to Zounds and Reverend Guitars or whatever. And this is literally 1-day shipping. So I know technically it's Tuesday right now, but yeah, so I would get it by Thursday, May 1st, if I ordered this. But yeah, I wanna get that Bigsby on there. Gotta get that Bigsby, man, because that would be really cool. Anyway, I'll keep dreaming on that. Just doing a little dreaming there. Don't mind me. Oh, let's see. Dwight Bailey, what's up, man? Glad you're here. Glad you're here hanging out. I really am. It's normal as much as I can tell, at least a 0, the black one. Yeah. Yeah, it was that Turds model. Yeah, short scale. That thing would be sick, dude. So you could have a baritone model, which I know they have the they actually have the Descent. Do they have the Descent here on Zounds? Decision bass, Decision P bass, Double Agent Buckshot, Warhawk. I had a Warhawk with a Bigsby on it. I shouldn't have sold it. I did though. Shouldn't have done it. The Club King. I'm just seeing real fast. Yeah, so this is a left-handed, but it's still the same. So this is a baritone model. So you could have in your collection, you could have a baritone, a regular scale 25.5, and then you could have a that Billy Corgan 19.25 or whatever it is, and you could have so many cool tones to record with in the studio, to play live. I mean, just whatever you wanted to do. So, actually, I'm not showing my screen. You can kind of see this. So this is the Descent. I know it's left-handed, but so this is the baritone model of the Reverend right here. Now the Roundhouse is really neat. This one is actually more of like your Les Paul style, but like just, you know, in Reverend's own kind of charm. But this thing looks really cool too. I like that a lot. Let's look at the back of it here. I kind of wish they sculpted the neck heel a little bit more. Maybe came across and smoothed all that out. But overall, I mean, this looks really nice. So it looks black on top, and then it's kind of like this red kind of color on the back. So it's a hot take on a set neck single cutaway. The Roundhouse is a rock machine with HA5 humbuckers, a TOM bridge, and a carved maple carina body. So that's really the main difference between Reverend and other models, other brands, is they use carina a lot for pretty much every guitar. It just gives it a different look and feel. And I see a few more comments. I'm going to get to those here in a second. This is really nice too. This is a violin brown, which is neat. But I do like the black as well. Okay, so can't confirm Reverend has some sweet guitars. Greg Koch wouldn't be associated with anything less than excellent. Yeah, I agree with that. I did have a Greg Koch Telly there for about a year. I probably shouldn't have sold that one either, but I did. And thin it out a little bit. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Their baritones play like butter, super fun with the trim too. Yeah, I need to look into that. That's one of the things I don't have in my collection is a baritone. I did put in an order for an Eastwood cello guitar. So it's essentially, it looks like a bass to me. It looks like a bass, but it's tuned like a cello, and it's fretless. So you can imagine I'm gonna have some fun with that one, trying to learn. Capo the 3rd fret sounds the same. Yeah, I know. It sounds the same. But, you know, if you don't want to capo the 3rd fret all the time, and you want to save $1,500 or whatever it was, then there you go. Let's go here. The amp models on the TMP, they really come to life when you turn up the amp level, because it's like the master volume, so you can get your sound, get the tone you want, and then just bring up the volume, kind of like I do here on a fader or something. The neck pickup. Let's make sure we turn on the cloud reverb here. Some sweet reverbs going on. I keep changing keys. I'm sorry. Bigsby trims, man. Bigsby trims. Those are so cool. I got a guitar with Bigsby on it, and I love it, but a bit to restring. Yeah, that's true. You gotta get used to restringing it. But all right, guys. That is some stinking sweet sounding guitars. We got the Reverend. And I got the Billy Corgan model with the capo on the 3rd fret. It was that easy, right? So easy. Let me switch out this delay real fast with just a little ping pong. Guitars Les Paul Custom Shop Semi Hollow with F holes and Bigsby in iced tea burst. Oh yeah. That sounds good to me. Alright guys, appreciate everyone for hanging out. Taco Tuesday, it's been fun. Be sure if you're into pro audio, I am starting a live stream on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. at the Harrison Audio YouTube channel. And I'll be talking about Mixbus 11, be talking about whatever questions you might have about the software, about hardware, about recording, just microphone, just literally whatever you want. So if you're interested in that, check out harrisonaudio.com or Harrison Audio as the at the YouTube channel, and then go ahead and subscribe over there, and I will go live promptly at 2 p.m. tomorrow Central Time. It'll be right after we get back from our Mexican Wednesday that we have every Wednesday, eating at the Camino Real here in Smyrna, or over there in Smyrna. And it'll be fun. So we'll have Ben moderating the live stream, and I'll just sit there and talk about the Mixbus features and take whatever questions that you have. So I'll be glad to see you guys over there tomorrow if you're interested in that. But until next time, I'm going to be working on some more videos. I am actually going to start the tonal analysis course that I've had simmering on my website for a very long time. Probably actually about 3 years now. I've been meaning to start that. It's just one of those things, but I'm actually going to do it. I got some links or some song ideas from people who have privately messaged me on my website saying, hey, can you do a headrush rig on this song or this band or whatever. But I'm actually not going to limit it to just headrush. This will also be with any other unit that I have. So if you've signed up under the headrush bundle, and you've already gotten the tonal analysis access when I do start making videos, then yes, the videos will still be applicable to you. If you don't own a headrush, but you own a Tonemaster Pro or a Helix or a Fractal or a Quad Cortex or literally any other unit, the information that I provide in these videos will apply to literally any guitar setup. Because what we're going to do is actually break it down in categories of clean tones, crunch tones, lead tones. What kind of wet effects do we have? Is it modulation? Is it delay? Is it reverb? And then from there, we can actually get multiple sounds from a Fender amp. We can get them from a Marshall amp, from a Vox, from a Mesa Boogie, from a Bogner, from a Orange, from a Engel. I mean, literally just all kinds of different amps out there that sound very, very similar, as long as you think of the category that they kind of live in. And so that's what I'm going to be concentrating on in that course is more about categorical type things and not like the exact sound of the album or their live rig or whatever else, because I'm never going to get it exactly right. But if we use our ears to kind of get in the ballpark and make sure you can play the part of the song correctly, then you'll be able to not trick, but you'll be able to pass as like, hey, I can hear the song and it sounds like the record. You know what I mean? And the reason why I'm doing it privately on my website and not on YouTube just publicly is I will be playing the actual song off of the album during the video, and I don't want YouTube to take off, knock my channel because I'm playing other people's music. So I'm using it as an example privately on my own website, and you will have to pay for that. But if you want access to that, it'll be a really good price, and we'll have fun for many weeks, months, and years to come, analyzing and making rigs for whatever song that you want. So if you want to suggest anything to me, you can email me, drmcfarland@gmail.com, or send me a private message on my website, drmcfarlandstudios.com, and say, hey, I want to see you make rigs based off of this, and I'll just add them to the list, and we'll just go have fun from there, okay? So thanks to everyone for all that. Uh-oh. Bruce K, what's up, man? The Casper Zach is in the house. When are you guys playing again? Who are you guys? I'm not sure who you're talking about. Unless you're talking about my band that I was in, Feedback Revival, and that's not happening anytime soon. The trick to restring is to use a little pair of needle nose pliers to slightly bend ball. Yep, I've done that before. I have done that myself. All right, guys, I'm off to take a short break, and then I got to mix some songs tonight. I got to record a few guitar parts and whatever other parts I need to do to finish up some songs for some paying clients that are waiting for me to actually get crap done. So I'm going to do that tonight and probably tomorrow night, and just go from there. So thanks to everyone for watching. Be sure to subscribe down below if you are not already, and click the bell. And if you are going to purchase anything online, click on my Amazon, Sweetwater, or Zounds affiliate links in the description, and I will get a small kickback from that. And that just goes to help support the channel and what I do here online. So you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.